Natalie, welcome back to my vlog, The Seaside Sewist. Just like to start by saying thank you so much to everyone that has subscribed and commented since my last vlog. I'm loving the comments and the interaction with the viewers, so thank you. So this is a bit of a different video. This is all about my cross stitch journey. Now, I started cross stitching when I was maybe 13 or 14. It was a massive hobby of mine. I was really into it, and then I sort of left it about 19 or 20, and then got back into it in lockdown actually. So I've rooted about and I've found some old cross stitch projects that I did when I was 13 or 14, so I've got those to show you. I've got some work in progresses, and I've got a couple of wish list items. So I was one of these kids that used to get craft items for Christmas. So I would get needle felting or cross stitch, or one year I got a weaving loom. So I was always one of those crafty kids. I was brought up in the 80s. I'm an 80s child, so that was very sort of making things was very in at that time. So the first ever cross stitch kit I got off my mum and dad one Christmas. And if you were born in the 80s, you kind of were around in the 90s when Forever Friends and Country Companions was out, and this very first one was Country Companions. So it's this, Bang the Drum it's called, and that was quite a big project for a first project for a 14-year-old, and I don't know how long it took me. Now, I haven't got the actual cross stitch. I do have it in my house somewhere. I actually think it's in the garage in one of my boxes from when I moved out of my mum and dad's. It's in a frame, and my mum had it up on her wall in her house until she moved about 6 or 7 years ago. So that is somewhere, and I will find it out for the next cross stitch vlog. So yeah, Country Companions. I don't even know if you can still get these kits anymore. I'll find out and link it in the description box below if I can find it. So that was the first one that I did. There was obviously a bit of a theme. Now, in the 90s there wasn't the whole like internet, being able to buy kits off Etsy and patterns and threads and things like that. So I don't know where my mum and dad got these from, but the next one that I did was another Country Companions. There is a theme, and I have got this one, and this one is this one here. Sorry if it's very creased. They're on like a Tyre swing. It's probably called Tyre swing. I've got the details here. Tyre swing. Again, quite an intricate pattern for a 14 or 15-year-old, but absolutely loved doing that one. I maybe should have ironed it before I showed you it. There used to be, QVC is still around, but QVC used to do a cross stitch hour or a craft hour, and you used to be able to buy kits off there, and this is where the next two were from. So this was a double pack of kits, and it was a Disney hour, I think. So this one was on Blue Ada, and this is the Little Mermaid, Ariel there, my favourite Disney film. And the eagle eyes of you that will be able to see, I actually haven't finished doing the back stitch on this small part here. So I noticed that when I got that out yesterday to do this vlog. So that's lovely I really enjoyed doing that one. I think you enjoy it more if you're interested in the actual thing that you're doing. So that was that one, and then there was a smaller one that went with it, which again is Ariel. So that was this one. Finished all the back stitching on there, so that one's fine. So that was what you would find me doing, sitting in the corner of my sofa as a teenager, cross stitching at any given opportunity. So in lockdown, people were looking for things to do, weren't they? I already had my hobby of sewing, but I thought, oh, I'll get back into cross stitch. Now there is an absolutely fantastic subscription that you can do from a place called Cotton and Twine. It's not an ongoing subscription. You can do that if you want to, or you can just subscribe as you go. Now you do get to find out what the project is each month before you commit. This one really took my fancy because I live by the sea, hence the name The Seaside Sewist. I live about a 10-minute walk from the beach, and this one was just very apt. So I keep all my projects in these like plastic wallets. So now I'm going to make a bit of a noise, aren't I? Oops. 2 minutes. So this is one from Cotton and Twine. So this was May 2021, and this one was this lovely one, and it's called Sandy Toes Salty Kisses, and I just thought it was really in keeping with where I live, with the little beach hut and the beach theme. Now the great thing about these kits is it's a finished project, so you will get the cross stitching part with everything that you need, but you'll also get maybe a tote bag to mount it onto, or you'll get the frame for it, or you'll get a decorative hoop so you can hang it up. So this one came with I'll actually read it out. You got the paper pattern, 16 count Ada, the DMC pre-sorted threads, a needle, a piece of Liberty print Tana lawn to mount the cross stitch onto, a white artist board to display your work, a piece of board to help mount your project, double-sided tape, and then there was also a tea bag, some sour watermelon sweets from Candy Kittens, and then this lovely little seagull, hanging seagull with like an ice cream underneath. That's, I've got all there. So this little seagull, little ice cream, which I thought was really cute. So I can't show you the chart, there's a bit of a thingy over showing charts, I believe. So I've got the canvas board to mount it onto. You get everything in this little lovely little bag. It comes lovely packaged in a box as well, brilliant for a gift. But you've just got everything. So you got this, the board to mount the piece of Liberty onto. Also a roll of sticky sided tape to mount that onto everything. The pre-sorted threads. So, and the instructions of how to mount it onto it and everything, so that when you've finished it looks like that. So you've got your canvas, then your Liberty fabric, and then your cross stitch project on it, all ready to display. How far on am I with this? May 2021. Not very far. I've done the door. And the star in the door. Anyone that cross stitches knows that it's not a quick thing to do. So I haven't got very far with that, but that is a work in progress. Another brilliant project. Now this is on Instagram. It is Stitching Book Club, and this really appealed to me because it's sew along. So for anyone who doesn't know about cross stitch sew along, you literally, so this project was released in 4 parts, so you don't know what the chart's going to look like, you don't know what the finished project is going to look like. You get, every 3 weeks you get an email with the next piece of the chart. But this one was brilliant because every 3 weeks for over 4 times you got a piece of the chart, but you also read the corresponding book at the same time, so you were really immersed into it. And this one was a favourite of mine, and that's why I went for this one, and this one was Little Women. So again, I've got it in this noisy plastic thing. This one I bought the pattern and then it told you everything that you needed. You could buy the kit, but I bought the pieces separately. So this is what the complete thing should look like when you've finished. So I've got my ring light on there. You can sort of see that. So you've got the names of the sisters along there, and then Louisa May Alcott, and just got so it's a sampler style. So I'm still on with that one. How far on am I with this one? I've done quite a bit of this. So I bought the Ada from eBay, and then I bought the threads from the cheapest place I've found is Stitchaholics Crafts. So I'll link the details of that company below if anyone's into cross stitching. So at the minute I am up to, I think it was the second bit of this so long. I've got threads stuck all over this. So I've got, this is the bit that I'm up to. So I've done this isn't going very well. I've done the Little Women border at the top, and there's the feather quill and a needle and thread, and I'm on to the house, the March house. So some lovely colours in there, so I'm really enjoying that. So again, I'm behind with this one because I didn't keep up with the stitch along, which is fine because you can do it all at the end if you want to. So I do have a couple on my wish list. I don't know why I've got anything on a wish list because I've still got to get on with those two, but I have the digital copies of The World of Cross Stitching, and there's a fantastic one now. I am a proper tea face. I live on tea and I absolutely love this one. So this is the, get my light off there, All the Tea and China by Emma Congdon, and it is this one, and it's like tea time, and it's got all the different teacups or teapots and the different teas underneath. Now I'm gonna love doing that one. What I do love about on this World of Cross Stitching, so you then get the chart which you can screenshot if you want to do it that way, it gives you all the threads you need, either from DMC, Anchor or Madeira. It's quite, so this is where it gets quite daunting maybe for a lot of people, is that it tells you approximate stitching time, type of stitches needed and ease of stitching. So this is beginner friendly. It's cross stitch and back stitch, which is what you outline it in. Stitching time, approximately 50 hours. And cross stitch does take that long. So it's something you have got to be really invested in, and it's, you know, an hour a night over nearly 2 months. You know, it doesn't sound too bad, but I also do have obviously my dressmaking that I do, my crochet. I run 2 Etsy stores. I work full time, so I'm trying to do all the things all of the time. So there's that one that's kind of on my wish list. I haven't ordered anything to go with it yet though. And then the next one is a Halloween one actually. The Halloween one that I want to do is by the Cross Stitcher magazine, and that one is called Midnight Magic, and it's done on like a dark blue. How lovely is that one? I love that. And so that just says everything is better with a little magic. So this one is done on 14 count Ada, and does it tell you how long it is supposed to take? Again, that's an Emma Congdon one. She's got some fantastic books out actually. I'll list them in the description box below. You know, why not swap in silver or gold metallic thread to work the stars, spiders, web and backstitch highlights? So that'd be lovely if you did that. In this magazine, I don't actually think it tells you how many hours it's meant to take. No, it doesn't. Oh, stitch time, approximately 28 hours, that one. Approximately 28 hours. So I love that, and that's a great project to be able to do for the autumn. So I love that one as well. So that is everything about my cross stitch journey at the minute. It's probably one of the crafts that got me started in the crafting world. I think once you're into one craft, you're sort of open to anything else that comes along: sewing, knitting, crochet, embroidery. So yeah, let me know what you think about my cross stitch journey. Let me know if there's any tips to keep on top of projects and not leave them lagging behind. Everything that I've spoken about today I will link in the description box below. I'll try and find those quite old now, unfortunately, early days kits, or even the patterns if anyone's interested in those. And I will see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.